don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
I don't know what's real anymore. I've opened up the door to nowhere.
Hello there, everyone. This is Nemesis Prime. Spinister and I would like to take just a second and remind you, while you're watching this series on Masterpiece Transformers, that Tom is not attempting to bash or cause any problems to anyone in the community by giving his opinion. You see, opinions are kind of like assholes. Everybody has one, and they all stink. But everybody seems to want to express theirs in 2018, so Tom's just trying to do that himself. Tom really hopes that you enjoys this look at Masterpiece Transformers from, 10 years or whatever it is ago, and that you enjoy his review, but if you don't, be polite. That's all he would ask. As for me, I'm not going to ask that you just be polite. In the event that you're not polite, I will quite simply shoot you in the face. Thank you very much for watching. Ah, great. Another Bumblebee. Spinster, we gotta get rid of all these bumblebees. Ah! Poof. Hello there, everyone. This is Tom, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at MP21G Cybertron Espionage Bumblebee Gold G2 version. This is Gold Bug, and I know I use this as my representation for Bumblebee, even though I know he's gold painted instead of yellow painted, and he's supposed to be yellow painted, and I get all that. But this is the one that I use, and I'm quite pleased with it, actually. Or at least I have been. Here's the bottom of the box, side of the box, top of the box says Masterpiece, side of the box, and product shots on the back. So, and there's your representation of what all comes in the box. Alright, let's crack this thing open. Again, this is one of those that I haven't looked at in probably 2 years, maybe more. Also, something to note, this is part of the Masterpiece reviewed series from 2018, empty box. So, we will take a look at this with that in mind. Instructions, card, yeah, okay. Let's see here. Get the thing out of its little plastic prison. Maybe. That was quite secure. And here is a sticker sheet. So, okay. Let's see here. You get 2 of these little, I guess that's for the backpack. Excuse me, which is right here. Here's the backpack. It's okay, I guess. I mean, it's a hollow backpack, and I guess these things just go. Maybe not. Okay, I'll figure this out later. He comes with his little blaster, which is just black cast plastic with little details. I mean, not much detail at all on it. So, he comes with a spare tire. Let's get the figure out here. Maybe. Okay. And he comes with let's see, this is the G2 face, and he comes with this other face here, which is, looks to be just a standard Bumblebee face. And oops, here is Bumblebee, or Goldbug. I guess we have to call him what he really, his real name, and that is Goldbug. So, yeah, that sticker is crooked. Initial impressions, he's very light. Also, let's see, he's from bumper to bumper, he's 4.5 inches. Width wise, he is 1 3/4 inches. Gotta remember, you all can't see that well. Width wise, he is 1 3/4 inches. Height wise, I'd say he's maybe 1.5 inches to 3/4 inches. Okay. So, scale comparison wise, here he is next to MP Ironhide, and here he is next to Ultra Magnus, which you can't see. Classics Ultra Magnus. Alright. Let's see here, do I have anything? Oh yeah. Legends Bumblebee. So, this is an interesting comparison here. He is a Masterpiece Transformer. This is a Legends scale figure. And looking at them, let's see here if I can do this properly. Stand up, man. Stand up. Alright, bumper to bumper, you can see there's maybe 1 inch difference between the length of the two. Okay. So, in this mode, I thought his gun was supposed to store somewhere. I think it stores in here, if I remember correctly. Some way or another. I think it does. Pretty sure it does. I may have to fight with it to figure it out, but yeah. He's got 2 mirrors. I've got they're just pull apart off the little sprue. I've got the other one in there, but I haven't bothered to put it on. And this little spot right here, I always thought it was a push-in thing, but apparently it's not. So, yeah, he rolls pretty well. Okay. You can take the spare tire thing here, and it's supposed to clip on back here some way or another. Yeah, it's supposed to clip on some way or another, but I'll look at that here in a minute and figure that out. Initial impressions, he's okay. He's small. He's tiny. He's okay. He obviously fits in the trailer. He rolls. It's okay. Alright, initial impressions. Okay, so, I admit I looked at the instructions and figured this stuff out. The spare tire will go, there's a little slot right in here where this is the license plate. Little tiny, and I just lost it. No, I didn't. Okay. But you take that out, and there's a indentation right here where this will plug in. It just plugs in where the license plate was. So I guess if you've got that on there, he's not street legal. I'm not going to argue with that. Also, the gun plugs in right here at the bottom. I don't know if you can see specifically, but there is a molded detail in right here, which is kind of neat. The gun plugs in, you just put it in right there, like that. I hope that came off on camera. And in the event that you want to store your spare tire, you can actually do that underneath here too. There's a slot and a port, and you can store that under there, and he still rolls. And then you can put your license plate back on, which is kind of important. Just like that. Well, maybe not just like that. Maybe it goes the other way. But that goes in here some way. or another. There we go, just like that. And then you put your bumper back on. I seem to remember thinking over the course of messing with this thing that I needed to glue these bumpers in place. I remember thinking that. I may end up doing that after this review, because that's just annoying. Okay. So to transform this guy, it's actually kind of enjoyable. And I think I've mentioned before that I do transform these before I show them on camera, just to make sure that I actually have it down right. So, alright, what do you say we get started and we see what we can do here? So the first thing we need to do is kind of get under here and lift this up a little bit. Then we kind of separate the doors. And remember, when I'm doing these 2018 reviews, I'm not doing them necessarily to prove transformation ability. It's just to get it done. So, a tricky part here that I sometimes forget, this little flap folds down and then it'll tuck away in there. Bend the legs down, just like this. Wrap this round, and that'll clip in right there. Just kindly like that. And that is a funky looking thing. Alright. Next you come here and just kind of pull these out a little bit. They just kind of clip in right there. Pull them to the sides. Come here and undo this. Rotate this. Pull this back in. Pull him into the proper form. Now there is these are on a sliding, a double hinge right here. There's a little clip point right here. Pull that up, pull that down, and rotate out the fist, and there you go. Unclip right here, pull that down, that fills out his side, rotate around, pull that up. Yeah, I think that goes under like that. And then this just clips in and you have Bumblebee. And that wasn't so bad. We transformed this guy in just under 3 minutes. And I will say this, it is more fun to go from vehicle mode to robot mode as opposed to going to robot mode from vehicle mode. So let's get in close here just a little bit and I'll show you. That's the head sculpt I went with. I like it better. It's a traditional Bumblebee, and yeah, I mean, that's this guy in a nutshell. Scale comparison wise, here he is with MP10. So as you can see, he's small. He doesn't really come up to MP10's crotch. Okay, let's see here. Here he is with a legend scale figure. Quit using me for props, Tom. Sorry. Alright, for you Classics fans, I'm sorry, that's movie fans, and you Classics fans. Oh, stand, man. Stand! Don't be that way. I know you can. There we go. Again, sense of scale. And do I have anything else to put him to? Not really. Well, I mean, I guess I could always show this. This is the oversized KO Galvatron. And believe it or not, they're about the same size. I find that actually quite amusing. Okay, so measurements, let's see, shoulder to shoulder, he's coming in at somewhere between 2 1/4 and 2 1/2. Height wise, he is to the tip of his horns, I'd say 4 1/2 inches. Depth wise, if that matters to anybody, he's 2. Okay. Articulation in this mode. Head is on a, it might be a ball joint. You get up, down, he can look up to there, he can look down to there, which is pretty decent actually. There's no confused dog look, there's no side to side, so that makes me think it's a hinge swivel. It'll go all the way around if you want. Okay, let's see here. Arms, there is a hinge here going into a ball socket, so that lets him get out to there so he can fly around. Okay, that ball joint allows for 360 degrees of rotation, though it is pretty tight. And I don't know if I mentioned there's a cut there, which is really smart for a ball joint. He gets a little over 90 degrees of elbow bend. Waist rotation is completely unhindered by the backpack, which is great. These are universal joints, I believe is what they call those. And he can do the full Chinese splits with no problem. Yes, when the backpack's in the proper place, he can do the American splits. It's not the prettiest thing, but it does work. There is a thigh swivel built on a mushroom, I think that may be a mushroom peg, right there at the underneath the universal. You get, well, when it stays in form, you get a little bit over 90 degrees of elbow bend. You can always break that transformation joint and make a really ugly knee, but you can get more out of it. Let's see here. And the feet. The feet can go up, they can go down, they can go up, they can go down. You get a rocker that'll go out to right there. So flat-footed on the rocker, that's what you're gonna get. That's about how wide he can stand. Now, this whole series here, the whole reason I'm looking at this is 2018 perspective, right? I think he's held up fairly well. All things considered, I think he's still good for the times. Let's see if I can figure out from the box when this thing was made. 7/9 of 2010, if I'm reading the date right. So he is from 2018. He's 8 years old, and he's still doing okay in my humble opinion. There's one last thing I need to show off here. I'm not going to go through putting the faces on. You just pull these off, pull it off right there and put it on. This is the backpack, and it's got 2 clips right here on both sides that plug into these little ports, if you could see them right here on both sides of Bumblebee. Okay, the problem with mine is they don't really want to, and I had to take the bumper, the rear bumper off. I had to get it to work right. So that clips in right there, it clips in right there. This one will not clip in. I mean, it'll, if you're just posing him, it'll be fine, but it will not clip in here on this other side. Just it's not going to. At least no matter what I do, it's not going to. So that's okay. This guy's, the backpack is going to end up staying in the plastic prison anyway. So yeah, it's not really something that I'm going to ever use. So yeah, there you have size comparison and articulation. I almost forgot. One thing that I need to show here is he can hold his weapon, and this is not a Masterpiece styled weapon. There's no grip on it, and that's because his hands do not open. They have no wrist swivel. He just plugs his gun in. He can hold it just fine, and there is a locking point here for this backpack, but for some reason I can't seem to get it. And this connects just like always. You just take this thing out. You just take this thing out and plug that in, and it'll just sit right there. So yeah, alright, that's what I needed to show. And now, to answer the burning question on everyone's mind, how does Bumblebee, or Goldbug, from Takara Tomy, scale with Metroplex? And he quite literally fits in his hand. Which works for me. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
Okay folks, so it's time for, I believe this is the 6th unboxing. So, oh, and in case you all are curious, I still have all of that to go through still. So, yeah, we're not doing the big boxes yet. Alright, so there's not a whole lot in this one, so this unboxing should go relatively fast. We have Parallax Armor for City Commander. Yay! We have a Combiner Wars Optimus Prime. We have, I think that's General Grievous, hence the reason I had the lightsabers in that other one. Let's see here. We've got a little mini General Grievous. So I guess that is it. Here is a gun for, I think that's Hardhead's gun. I think so. Here we have, oh, that little pilot dude for Ultra Magnus. Beefy, I don't know if you have this or not. If you don't, let me know, because I'll send that when I send the hammer. Here we have Wave Break. Here we have Skywarp, Thundercracker, and Starscream. And that represents everything that's in this box. So, short unboxing, but that's okay. Alright, until next time, thank you.